Stop resisting.
Let me see some ID.
Stop resisting.
I said stop resisting, hands behind.
Stop
Did they break any
resisting.
laws?
No, but they are
Stop
resisting.
existing.
Stop
Maybe you
resisting.
can hear me. Let me use my fist since it's near me.
They are being combative and uncooperative because they won't answer my questions. Let me see some ID. Did
Stop
they break any
resisting.
laws?
No, but they are resisting.
I don't want to hear about pre-existing conditions to prevent this ass whooping.
Stop
Let me see some ID.
resisting.
So I can put you in these cuff slings and cause you injury. Stop resisting.
Stop
Let me see some ID.
resisting.
He is resisting.
Stop resisting.
We need more units. He is resisting.
Let me see some ID. They
Here's
are
the
being
first thing.
combative and
Turn over.
uncooperative because they
Hands
won't
where I
answer
can
my
see.
questions.
Stop
Let me see
Stop
some ID.
resisting.
Did
Here's
they
the
break
first
any
thing.
laws?
See, what's the
No,
point?
but they are resisting.
Right in front of Church's Chicken.
Let me see some ID.
All three clear.
I also have the subject right in front of me.
What happened?
I have no idea where he came from. I know I hit my lights down there, but this is the guy. He said you can somebody can contact him who's a witness, but I don't know where he had came from. I don't know if he was coming straight.
Where were you going?
No,
Or where were you
Turned
at?
around to get the guy.
You were doing a U-turn?
no,
Yeah.
but they are resisting.
Is your car running?
Yeah, it started doing some weird stuff. So I
Turn it
got out
off.
of it.
Turn it off. Hey, you want me to call GSP on this? She totaled this car out.
In Florida, we had a barbecue, and a friend of mine, well, associate of mine, baked some edibles and cookies and stuff for everybody. And I took a bite out of a cookie, but I didn't realize that it was an edible, like a cookie with THC in it.
Hey, in reference to your resignation from College Park, you know that there's an investigation that ensued due to the resignation under in lieu of termination?
Yeah, they allowed me to. That's what they put it under, as I resigned in lieu of termination after I went through the IA investigation.
Right. So let me just confirm a couple things if you have a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Just confirm your full name
Jefonne Williams,
and your date of birth.
June 7, 1988.
Okay. And your previous employment was College Park Police Department.
Yes.
Okay. So you did you get the letter? What's your current address, Jefonne? Is that what's on? Let me hang on a second.
No.
No. So that's not. Has that been corrected yet?
Yes, I've been gone. I moved out of state.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
I moved out of state.
Oh, where do you live now?
Chicago.
Chicago. Okay. So, do you plan on correcting your post profile or?
If I need to, yeah, I will.
Okay. Yeah,
But I haven't changed it because I haven't really applied.
You're breaking up. I can barely hear you.
I haven't corrected it because I moved.
Okay.
So I didn't know if it mattered.
Well, that's entirely up to you. I mean, anything that happens from henceforward will be sent to the address that's listed on your profile page.
Okay.
If you're concerned about or want to know what the final outcome is going to be, then I would suggest that you change it.
Okay.
And if you don't remember how to get into your profile page, I can give you a help desk number and they'll direct you.
Oh, I do. I was just on it.
Okay. Oh, you were checking it? Okay.
Yeah, I was just on it, getting information, applying for jobs and stuff. So I had to get the information off there.
Gotcha. Okay. So are you still wishing to stay in law enforcement?
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me, obviously you didn't get the letter though that Post sent out, did you?
No.
And notifying you that you were under investigation?
No, I didn't.
Okay. So the fact in that letter, it would have indicated that you had the opportunity to write a statement to us, just basically telling your side of the story. Since you didn't get that letter, then obviously there's no statement. So what I'd like to do right now is just give you an opportunity to kind of tell me what your side of that story was.
Okay.
Well, I'll start with the day the actual incident happened. So I went on a vacation with my football team. I play flag football. And we had a big old barbecue. And one of the players' associates or friends made some edibles that contain THC in them. And I consumed part of one of those, and then someone that came over and told me, hey, you know, that those brownies had THC in them. I said, no, I didn't know that. So like a week later when I came back from vacation, I was at work and I got in a car accident, and they told me I had to obviously, take a urinalysis. So I was like nervous about taking the analysis. I thought that brownie that I consumed was in my system. I was afraid to lose my job, so I confided in a friend that I worked with about it, and I asked her if she would pee for me or whatever. Then we talked about it, and she was like, "Well, I don't think." After she told me that she would, she was like, "No, I don't think I could do it." I said, "That's fine. I'm gonna just do it on my own." Because I made the mistake, so I'm gonna just piss on my own or whatever. So I took the pee test, passed the pee test, and then I was put on administrative leave because she had confided in someone else and it got back to a supervisor. So they put me on administrative leave, and basically when they gave me the termination, at first it was termination, and then they charged me with possession and, oath of office and other things, which I don't understand the possession one, because I don't know how you could charge someone with past possession. And then there was an accident, and that's what I told them, that it was an accident. But anyways, so I appealed that. And so they dropped it down and said that they would allow me to resign in lieu of termination.
Okay. So, this person that you asked to pee for you, was that the only person you asked to pee for you?
No, I talked to a couple of the male coworkers, and they asked me if, well, one of them asked me if he wanted me to find somebody to pee for me, but I was like, no, I'm fine. But I did confide in like 3 other male coworkers.
So all in all, how many people did you think you asked?
Well, one of my coworkers asked 2 other coworkers for me, and I asked 2 male coworkers personally.
So that's a total of what for you?
4.
4, okay.
It was 4. I believe it was 4, yeah.
Okay. What,
within the first 15 minutes of the accident. It was basically all at the same time when I contacted her first, the female.
Yeah. So let's go back to the vacation real quick. So you're down there for a flag football event, and you're at a, what are you doing there?
We were it's called Nationals. That's where a lot of teams come from out of state, and they play in a big old tournament. And we were at the vacation house that we rented.
Right.
And we had a huge barbecue with different teams there.
Okay. And
everybody brought a dish. Everybody made a dish.
And this was somebody you knew who made cookies with THC?
No. This was a teammate's friend who brought the THC, and they are from up north where it's legal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they weren't telling anybody that these had THC in them?
No, they were separated. It was a batch with them, and it was a batch without them. And I guess I just grabbed from the wrong batch, or I didn't hear. But my teammate, who I do know, so when she seen me eating them and she asked me where did I grab that from, because she knew I'm a police officer. She knew I was a police officer at the time. So she asked me where I grabbed that from, and I told her, and she was like, "That's the ones with the THC in it."
No, okay.
But everybody was just drinking, and the person that brought them, everybody was drinking. I don't think nobody was paying attention to say, those were the brownies with the THC in them. Those were the ones that weren't.
So I have to ask, you're certain that wasn't just something you were doing to go along to get along, and then thought,
No, I've experimented with weed before. I put that on my application back in 2013.
Right.
And that's definitely not something that I do recreationally or anything. Most I do is drink. And I'm in the military. I drop a random drug test all the time. Never failed a drug test.
Okay. So that was you don't consider it to have been intentional.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
So what made you comfortable to feel that you could ask other police officers to pee in a bag for you?
Well, because I guess how close we are, and we've talked about we was working together for 6 years. We've been through a lot together. When one another was in, some kind of trouble, or, and I guess I don't know, just so comfortable with asking.
Why not tell a supervisor when you got back in town that you made a mistake?
Because I was nervous about losing my job.
Okay. When you asked them to pee in a bag, what were you gonna do? What would that have allowed you?
I honestly don't know. I honestly know. I just asked. I just panicked, like I said, and asked. And after she had said she had texted back and changed her mind, I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna take, suffer consequences, if I do drop dirty.
Okay. So, but you said pee in a bag. What was she, how did she know what to do with it after she peed in a bag, if she even did it? What were the instructions?
There was not, we didn't get that far. I didn't give instructions on what to do, or it was just ask a question, and the answer was yes, and then we texted again a few minutes later, and I guess that was after she had talked to the supervisor. So I guess the supervisor had told her, not to do it or whatever. So then that's when she had changed her mind. But after that, I wasn't even really looking anymore. I just said, okay, that's fine.
Okay. All right. But then you asked 4 other people.
Well, it was the text was simultaneously. It was just at the same time. It was in a row. She was the first person because she was there. She was she had pulled up on the scene or whatever with me and my supervisor, and then she had left. And then at the same time, I was talking to the male coworkers.
So this is all while you're still on the scene of the accident?
Yeah.
So that would be on body cam, right?
I'm not sure if it's on the body cam.
Did you have your body camera on? Do you know?
No, I was involved in the car accident.
I'm sorry?
I was the one involved in the car accident.
I understand that. What, you wouldn't have had your body camera on for that?
Not to pee and stuff.
Not to what?
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't remember. I don't remember if I had the body camera. I believe I do. They asked me if I had it.
Okay.
I believe I had it on. I cut it on as soon as the accident, but I honestly can't remember because I believe they would have wrote me up if I didn't.
Okay.
Because I've been written up for body camera before
Yeah.
on an extra job, so I believe they would have wrote me up. But I believe I did have it on for the most part of it.
So when the other officer came and you guys were discussing that, would it be on the body camera?
No, I don't think that is on the body camera.
So that means it had to have been turned off. So did you turn it off?
No, I honestly do not remember what went on with my body camera.
Okay. So there was some texting involved, you said. Did you have the text?
Do I have the text now? No, I don't.
Did you have them when you were going through the internal affairs process?
Yes, I did have the text.
All of them?
No, I didn't have. I just have me and her text. But with the group, the male text, they received the text from one of the other male coworkers. The one that actually was giving me advice or asking me to tell the other to ask other coworkers. He sent them, I guess, me and another coworker's group text messages talking about what happened, but that's about it. Two of them, the ones that he told me to ask, we talked physically over the phone, and
So let me just ask, what happened to the text and the call logs? Because they're not listed here in the report.
the one that he posted,
No, yours. Not anybody else's, yours.
Oh no, I didn't get. They didn't have no ask me for no text messages.
Say again?
They didn't ask me to show any.
Really?
I didn't get asked to show any text messages because I admitted everything. There was nothing to. They basically already said it. They were already accusing me or whatever, and I said, well, there's nothing accusing me if I'm admitting to what I did.
But did you have the text and the call logs to the people that you asked to do to pee in a bag?
I talked on the phone. I talked on the phone with a couple of them.
Yeah, and those call logs were not available. What happened to that call log? Did you delete them on purpose?
No, I didn't delete anything.
You didn't delete anything.
On my phone,
Okay.
but they didn't require me to give them any call logs. I told them I had the call log, except for the group text message between three of us. That one I did erase because I did not want to get the other two males in trouble. But the
Okay,
one
so
male,
you did erase some.
just the group text messages that I was telling you about. Then we were talking about the incident and what happened.
Alright.
Because I did not, I honestly didn't want anybody else to get in trouble because I was taking the full, complete blame. I didn't want to get anybody else in trouble by wanting to help me out with my situation.
Yeah, but the question was not who you want to get in trouble. My question was, did you delete any of your text or call logs? And you initially said no, but now you're saying you did, so you didn't get them.
Well, I didn't delete no call log, no, but they didn't ask me for any, but after the investigation, well,
I'm asking
when I
you.
got put on administrative leave, I'm sorry?
I'm asking you, did you delete any of the text or the call logs?
That text message, yes, that text thread between those two.
Okay, because you didn't want them to get in trouble.
Right.
Okay. And do you recall saying that in the interview? In Internal Affairs, that you deleted anything? Do you recall that?
No, I don't recall.
Okay. Is it possible and you don't recall, or you know that didn't happen?
It's possible that I told them I deleted it.
Okay.
It is possible because I didn't want to get them in trouble, and if I had it, I didn't want to show them those text messages.
Gotcha. So, what's your takeaway from all this, Ms. Williams, Jefonne?
Next time, it's just easier to be straight up and honest with it. When you make a mistake, just be honest with it. Because when you do things like this, it just makes the situation worse.
What do you think any citizen would expect from a law enforcement officer out there?
To be honest. To hold themselves accountable.
What went wrong?
I did not try to cover my mistake up.
Well, you did, because you made a mistake when you went to Florida, so that you didn't tell anybody about that. So at some point in time when you returned to your job, you did have THC in your system. You just hadn't been tested yet. Would that be accurate?
What do you mean? I tested, I dropped clean. And that was a week later.
A week later, right. But you ate an infused THC brownie. So at some point that would have been in your system, correct?
Oh, possibly, yeah.
And so when you came back to work, how many days had you been back to work before you tested negative?
The incident was June 25th. I believe I came back. Was it? No, Martin Luther King weekend. I believe June 15th. The incident happened June 25th. I believe it was like 10 days in between.
And so 10 days? So there have been 10 days you'd have been at work? And nobody knew that you had consumed THC, right?
Right. I know, it was like a week in between. The 15th was Martin Luther King weekend. That's when the incident happened, and when I got put on administrative leave was June 25th.
So it doesn't matter how many days. It doesn't matter if it was 1 day, 2 days, or 10 days.
Okay, I didn't know you were getting that.
You came back to work, and you would have had THC in your system at some point, correct?
Yes.
Is that a problem, being a police officer?
Yes, it is.
Right. So that's a mistake. You didn't tell anybody. That's a mistake. And then you ask coworkers to essentially commit unethical acts in violation of policies for you. I
understand that.
Okay. So I'm guessing what your entire takeaway from this is.
You asked them what.
Go ahead.
That I was wrong for what I did. I've been beating myself up.
Okay. Are you applying for law enforcement positions in Chicago?
Yeah.
Who are you applying with?
Chicago PD.
Okay. Have you?
You know about the situation.
I was just going to say, have you been telling? You understand there's a.
Of course.
Ms. Williams, I don't know you. I just have to ask the questions. I apologize that these are not comfortable. I understand that. Okay. Who else have you applied with? You there?
Yes. Fulton County Sheriff Office.
Fulton County in Georgia?
Yes. I applied there earlier this year before I moved.
Have you heard from them?
Yeah.
So are you in
Yeah, they had told me just I had to wait a year due to the drug policy.
Right. Okay. And Chicago PD, what's your process there?
I take the polygraph next week.
Okay.
But I've wrote my statements on my incident, and I put it on an application, so they're very aware.
Okay. Okay. Anything else that you want to add to this?
Not other than I know I made a huge mistake and I regret it, and I wish I could go back and do things over.
What would you do differently?
I would have definitely reported it to my supervisor when I got back on what happened.
Okay.
And if I didn't and I got to that situation, I would have never put my coworkers in that position or asked them to do that for me.
Okay. All right. Alrighty, well, I can't think of anything else. You said you have written a statement for Chicago PD?
Yeah, I wrote it on my background packet, and when I spoke with the investigator, I did the same thing, doing with you. Told him what happened.
Okay. Do you know who that who your background investigator is?
I don't have his name. Right off that, I have to get on my computer, log in, and get it. And I'm not sure even where I can find it.
They don't
I'm not sure if you called the background department, because it's been multiple people I've been in contact with from the background department.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
No. Well, why do you need all that information? Or you just want to make sure they know?
Yeah.
Okay. Was that you all's job to do? I'm just asking questions.
Is that my job to do?
No, I'm asking, like...
Yeah, I don't understand the question. What?
Is that what you guys do? Like, if you know if we have applied to other places?
Yes.
Do you just okay. Just to make sure that that person is being honest or something?
Correct.
Okay. Okay, yeah, that's no issue. I have no issue with you all doing that at all.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. All right. Well, if you have nothing further, then I think you've answered all my questions. I appreciate your time.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Stop resisting.
Let me see some ID.
Stop resisting.
I said stop resisting, hands behind
Stop
Did they break any
resisting.
laws?
No, but they are
Stop
resisting.
existing.
Stop
Maybe you
resisting.
can hear me? Let me use my fist since it's near me.
They are being combative and uncooperative because they won't answer my questions. Let me see some ID. Did
Stop
they break any
resisting.
laws?
No, but they are resisting.
I don't want to hear about pre-existing conditions to prevent this ass whooping.
Stop
Let me see some ID.
resisting.
Hands behind your back. These cuff slings and cause you injury. Hands behind your back.
Stop
Let me see some ID.
resisting.
He is resisting.
Stop resisting.
We need more units. He is resisting.
Let me see some ID.
They
Here's
are
the
being
first thing.
combative and
Turn over.
uncooperative because they
Hands
won't
where I
answer
can
my
see.
questions.
Stop
Let me see
Stop
some ID.
resisting.
Did
Here's
they
the
break any
first thing.
laws?
No, but they are resisting.
Pre-existing conditions to prevent this ass. Hands behind your back. Stop resisting.
Let me see some ID.
He is resisting.
Stop resisting.
Turn over and listen.
Stop resisting.
Let me see some ID.
Resisting hands behind
Stop
your back.
resisting.
Stop existing.
Stop
Maybe you
resisting.
didn't hear me. Let me use my fist since it's near me.
They are being combative and uncooperative because they won't answer my questions. Let me see some ID. Do
Stop
they break any
resisting.
laws?
No, but they are
I
resisting.
don't want to hear about pre-existing conditions.
No, but they are resisting.
Hands behind your back. Resisting.
Stop resisting. I'm not listening. I said, stop resisting, hands behind your back. Don't make me swing. Maybe you didn't hear me. We got more units on the way to help me, so I can put you in these cuff slings. So, we're gonna charge you. I hope we ruin you. For resisting. Your job, your family. We want it all. Your freedom. We want it all because you resisted.